Wow. I want to thank my colleagues and thank you especially, Tom, for doing an outstanding job. You attempted to express that you were out of your depth, but clearly you were not. And I think you did an outstanding, an exceptional job of moderating the multiple discussions this morning. I think just reflecting in this last bit of discussion that Tom, you fully exposed the challenge of bringing what on the surface we present as a militaristic, orderly operation, but which, as it becomes clear, we embrace a sort of anarchy of the mind that defines this place. And it is really that challenge, that another beautiful collision that you've helped us understand here this morning. So, in this sense, you've helped us understand both the opportunity and the challenges of our cancer initiative, Treating the Untreatable, and in ways that I think that help me see more clearly, and I think everyone in the room see that more clearly. So, before we conclude this part of the program, I want to extend my profound thanks to all of our guests for participating in today's discussion. So, Joyce, and Jay, Kim, and Tom, thank you for making this morning such a special learning opportunity for me and for everyone in the audience. Now we are soon on to lunch, where we will have a very special treat. Joshua Boger, founder of Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Joshua will share his beautiful undersea photographs of, I'm not making this up, his photographs of giant clams. And he'll tell us a bit about his artistic process and maybe share a little bit of the physics too, that gives these giant clams their beauty as we perceive it. I will say a bit more about Joshua once we are all gathered in the dining room, but before we head over, I'd like to invite one of our chairs of the Board of Associates, Lyerka Miller, to the podium. So, Lyerka, please.
Thank you very much, David, and thank you again to all of you for coming. What an amazing, amazing program. I'm very honored to be here. It was just a year ago that I was here in this very room, and I was given the assignment of chairing the Board of Associates for the Whitehead Institute in New York. And it has been an amazing year. I am loving it. We have really embraced or continue to embrace our assignment of spreading the word about Whitehead Institute, of helping the philanthropic effort in every way possible. I know that my counterpart here in the Boston area, Liliana, who unfortunately had to leave a little early, is doing the same here. And it has been a super interesting journey. I'll just give you a little anecdote. So this summer, we were celebrating my husband's birthday, and we were throwing this big party, and these friends at the last minute could not make it. What did they do? They up and wrote a check to Whitehead Institute. They just assumed that if the Millers are inviting to an event, it has to be related to Whitehead. What can I say? Now, it's not my own work, not by any means. I have a fantastic group of, there's an executive committee. John McCormick is here. John, thank you so much for everything you do. Letty Gotchberg, who could not be here, is just a force of nature. I think you all know Letty. And most recently, with the help of Joel Casimir, there's going to be a big article in one of the publications that everybody in New York reads, talk about getting the word out. Lydia Canizares, who also could not be here today, is another person of the executive committee, and she has just roped in a very large PR firm to do some large-scale pro bono work for the Whitehead Institute. Ellen Polaner is here in the room. She has been instrumental in supporting lab support specifically here, but also one of our most recent pieces of information to give out to people who are new, where we want to summarize in a concise, clear way some of the key messages. Ellen's work, it just came out. Jim and Ruth Scheuer, who also are not here, have recently hosted a phenomenally successful event. We all have a role, everybody here. If you're not a member of the Board of Associates, please join us. Your work is critical. And here is something else that just dawned on me recently, thanks to a friend of mine, Tali, who is also here. Thank you for coming. Because she shared a very important piece of information with me, which I know is very obvious to all of you because you all have talked about it here. Now, when you think about, or let's say when I think about, who should I introduce to Whitehead Institute? I mean, the list goes kind of like this. Is it somebody who has studied science, knows science, will understand this, get excited by it? Is it somebody in the medical field because of all the applications? Is it somebody maybe in finance or with the means to make a meaningful contribution? Is it somebody in industry? Is it somebody linked to a foundation? So the other day, I'm sitting and having breakfast with my friend Tali, and she reminded me of this article, The Innovator's DNA, which is a famous article from the Harvard Business Review. Well, one of the things that is talked about there is that innovators specifically and purposefully seek networking opportunities with people who are in fields that have absolutely nothing to do with what they are doing. And so what I want to say to, at first I said that to myself, and I want to say to all of you, when it comes to talking about Whitehead Institute, talk to everybody, don't triage. If you're inviting people to events supported by Whitehead, invite everybody. That is our best chance of finding ways to support all of this beautiful research and advances. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Lyerka, for that call to connectedness. And I want to especially add my profound thanks to you, Lyerka, and to Liliana Bachrach for all that you do as chairs of the Board of Associates. Now I want to invite everyone to join us in the dining room for lunch. On the back of your name tag, you will see your table assignment in green. Don't lose the magnet, just take it off, hang on to both parts, and find your table assignment in green. As you enter the dining room, staff will be there to help you in finding your table, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and thank you for being with us today.